Chapter 4. Right after the Christmas of 1938, my dad had a big fight with the man he had hired to build the house. My mom and dad wanted the house to be built a certain way, but the builder didn't listen to them. "I'm paying for it," Dad said, and they fired the builder. So 26 Fairmount Avenue just sat there all winter without any work being done. My dad and mom would pay Buddy and me in the car, would put Buddy and me in the car and drive by to look at the sad, unfinished house. Maybe we would have to live in apartments forever. Easter came. Easter was always fun because every year the Easter Bunny brought Buddy and me Easter baskets. I always got a stuffed animal too. My favorite was a duck. We got new outfits to wear to church on Easter Sunday. My mom must have loved to dress up Buddy and me because there are pictures and home movies of us. Buddy in long pants, a jacket and necktie, me in shorts, a striped shirt and a beret. We certainly wore what grown-ups call fashion plates. "Guess what?" my dad said one day in the spring. "Johnny Papalo, Tony Nessie, and a few of my other friends are going to help us finish the house. Hurry! Hooray! I might get to live in our house at 26 Fairmount Avenue after all." But before my dad's friends could start work, the city decided that Fairmount Avenue would be a real street with telephone poles and street lights. Machines came and scraped away lots of the dirt, which made the street lower. Suddenly our house, which had been on a small hill, was way up in the air. My mom cried. My dad said some bad words. Now a wall would have to be built to keep the front yard from falling into the street. Stairs would have to be made so we could get to the front door. And last but not least, they would have to put in a steep driveway so we could get to the garage. Until all that was done, no one could work on the house because no one could get up to it. And the new street was still just dirt. Every time it rained, the street turned to mud. Well, my father's friends were really smart men. They just got boards and loads of wooden planks and made a long walkway up to the house. Mr. Johnny Papalo, Mr. Tony Nessie, and all the others started to work. Soon the roof was on the house and the inside walls were up. They were made of plasterboard, which was like heavy cardboard. Later, men called plasterers would come and smear wet plaster over the plasterboard, and it would dry into smooth white walls. But before the plasterers came, Mr. Johnny Papalo gave me a piece of bright blue chalk from his toolbox. He knew I wanted to be an artist when I grew up. I looked at those blank walls and knew what I wanted to do. I asked my mom if I could make drawings of the family on the walls. She and my dad talked about it, and finally my dad said, "Okay, Tommy, Mom and I decided that you can make pictures on the plasterboard, but as soon as the plasterers come, no more drawing on the walls, okay?" Sure, it was okay. Maybe if they saw how great my pictures were, they'd keep them. I decided I would give each person in the family a special corner in what was going to be our living room. I put Mom and Dad in a corner by the fireplace. I put my grandfather Tom in the other corner. I put me there too. I put Buddy and Nana downstairs and Nana Fall River by the kitchen. That way they wouldn't have far to go. I didn't draw Nana upstairs because she had died and gone to heaven a few months before. The corner by the front door was for Uncle Charles and his girlfriend Diva. Along the wall, I drew some cousins looking out the two windows. We didn't have real stairs to the second floor yet, so I couldn't go up to the bedrooms. Mom had already told me that the biggest one was for her and Dad, and the smallest one was the just-in-case nursery. Later, we needed it for my sisters, Maureen and Judy. If I could have gotten up there, I would have gone into the room Buddy and I were going to share, and marked which side was mine. But that would have to wait. The plasterers finally came and covered all my beautiful drawings. I was mad about that, but my grandfather Tom told me that that was perfect because they'd always be under the plaster and wallpaper. That made me feel better. Tom always made me feel better. With everything moving along smoothly, my dad started talking about the backyard project. The backyard was filled with weeds and tall grass and stuff. It would be plowed and smoothed so grass could be planted. I'm going to wait for fall to get here for the backyard project, Dad said. Maybe we can start on the front wall and the steps up to the walkway to the front door. But before they did, guess what? The city came back and scraped more and more dirt away from the street. Our house was even higher up in the air than before, and we needed the wall more than ever. My mom kept crying. My dad kept using more and more bad words.